quick demonstration of my weather ETL pipeline project. You see here that we have the weather ETL DAG. This is going to basically automate the extract, transform, and load functions. It's scheduled to run every 2 hours. And it's also going to automate the weather prediction class, which is basically what it does is it takes the data that was loaded into the database and it extracts it again and it feeds it into a Gemini LLM using a prompt. So we give it to the LLM and then we prompt to ask the LLM to basically give a recommendation based on the weather metrics on what like a person should do activity wise that day, or if they should stay indoors, or if they should drink water, based on the weather. It basically just acts as a weather reporter. um, so it's a cool little feature that I added here that I think is pretty interesting. um, so we're going to run and trigger the DAG right now. This is basically just going to trigger everything and get fresh data into the LLM. So you see here, extract, transform, load has to be uh, ran first in that order, um, or else it's not going to work. And everything has to be green, which means that everything ran successfully um, in the code. So this is just going to take a minute or two max. If something goes wrong, it'll be red, and you can look at the logs and check what happened on the back end. And usually, this LLM, this API that I'm using for this project is not free. Or I mean, it is free, but it is limited, obviously, to the amount of tries that you can do. So if you do it too much, then you can exhaust the features. So it ran here. You can see like everything was successful. What you can do is you can go. You have to run this command, Streamlit run projects, and then put in uh, the proper directory. So then it'll show the port that you open it up to, and you'll see the dashboard for that will display everything that you would expect to see on a weather app. You see it says Berlin. It shows we have 4 different cities. So the first one is Berlin, and it's written in German.
Guten Morgen, Berlin.
And it
Um
basically,
1:39 Uhr nachts Zest herrscht ein leichter Wind von
when you press that button, it'll read out the message in German and then in English. So there will be, there will be a translation, for people who aren't obviously from Germany. And then you can see New York. It's 7:39 p.m., which is my clock says 7:41.
Good evening, New York. As of 7:39 p.m. EDT, expect broken clouds with a moderate breeze.
There aren't any alerts here. Only Japan has an alert because of the high humidity. In a few days, it'll be like I think over 100 in New York, so it'll be interesting to see what happens then.
東京の皆様、おはようございます。午前8時39分 JST 現在、高湿度
So yeah, basically it'll say like good morning, in Japanese it's 8:39, and in New York it said good evening because of the time was 7:39. So that's pretty much how this works. Alerts will be initiated depending on the weather. There isn't really any severe weather in any of these cities besides I guess Japan, which has the humidity. And that's really it. But if it's going to be raining or something, it'll say it here. If the heat is over a certain threshold, like if it's over like 95 degrees, and the humidity is over like 80%, it'll the LLM will warn the person who is reading this about the weather, and to be cautious about the weather. So yeah, that's my LLM AI pipeline project.